So the next kind of video I'm doing is one comedy sketch that I've been working on for a while in my head. And I thought it was just going to be a novelty act or just something that I performed for some friends, just as like a present. But it turned into something much bigger. It turned into a personal story. So here it goes. So for the longest time, I've been afraid at the idea of ever wanting to become a father. It just wasn't for me. And then I thought to myself, if I bring a boy into this world, there's going to be a lot of problems. If you look at my family history, I think we got that misogynist gene, so I might be the father of a misogynist baby. Well, my grandpa Bruce, he was not a nice man, and he was dead by the time I was born for a long ass time. But he hit his wife in front of my father, my uncle, and my aunt. So, number one right there. Number two, my father. My father's been married 5 times. And he likes to joke about women and say sexist things, kind of like how I learned to do. But way out of base. And he told me, biblically, that Eve was to blame for Adam eating the apple. She may have suggested the idea because the snake told her. But he went along with it. They're both just as guilty. And then you look at my Uncle Dean. I never met the man. I don't know much to say about it. There's been different accounts of who and what he was. But my mom said when they went to Oklahoma to meet him, that he and my dad had a competition about who could get their woman to do more things for them. Like more chores, like, you know what I'm saying. That just sounds misogynist. Then you look at my brother, my half-brother. Well, I don't really know the guy that well. Could be a misogynist. Divorced his ex-wife, his first wife, and he took a ton of her money from her. They had no children, but I guess he put it across town that redhead was hot to trot. So that's probably misogynist right there. And he was bragging about it, according to my sister. Who knows? He won't ever talk to me about that. And then you just wonder, you wonder if maybe your family history is just too fucked up. And honestly, if you ask me, I thought it was. I thought there's no reason to put a generational curse on any potential offspring I have. So I was just gonna wind up giving whatever lady got pregnant by me money to go to Planned Parenthood. And then I started having a change of heart while composing these jokes, because really it's a woman's choice and not mine. So, an abortion's always a sad thing for both parties, but she's carrying the child, so that's where I'm coming from. So I thought about it, and I thought, oh boy, my son's gonna wind up with me when I get custody, of like him on the weekend, because, divorce is just like a family curse in my family. And everybody's been married on the Smith side except my grandpa that I can remember, and I don't remember the other history. Everybody else has been married at least twice. I've not been married yet, and I only want to make it once. So I figure, knowing the history, I'll probably wind up at home watching a little thing we call the Divorced Dads Network. And then, like, when that version of Sesame Street shows up, Well, little Johnny's going to be watching Sesame Street, and all of a sudden you see the Count hanging out with Andrew Tate, telling Kermit the Frog S is for simp. And that's not the kind of world I want to introduce a kid to, because, well, the Count's going to be like, Miss Piggy slept with 1 body, 2 bodies, 3 bodies, 4 bodies, 5 bodies, 6 bodies, 7 bodies, 8 bodies, 9 bodies, 10 bodies since y'all got married. That's not what I want my children to learn. And he's probably going to come out of the womb and his first words are going to be, listen here, you broad, to his mother. And I just don't want that shit, you know? Like, that's not going to fly. I mean, I've done that before, and I'm not going to let him do that. Like, please, like, let's have our kids be a little bit better than ourselves at least. And then I thought to myself, and I learned that breaking the generational curse can be done, and you just gotta wake up and do better every day. I had a couple of friends, you know, and both of them told me, different people, different occasions, maybe a few more, who knows. And they said, John, you would be an excellent father one day. And you got to find the right lady. And now I guess I know what they are saying because I'm seeing the truth in front of my eyes. Well, I guess I just hope that my kid's going to be a girl and that she'll have the gift of comedy like me, but if she doesn't, I'll still love her. And if I have a son, I'll still love him. But I guess I got to have him learn women's studies from one of his aunts. I don't know. But the point I'm making is that we all can change. And apparently I'm not good at baby names either. Maybe my wife or girlfriend or lady I get pregnant from like a hookup decides, you know what, John, you better not name her Irony. And I thought that might be a decent name because I thought it'd be ironic that I would have a daughter just because I'm just very, very bad at like learning how to be a gentleman. And I guess people have seen it in me, but I just have a smart mouth when it comes to these women. So, you know what? Maybe Irony should be her middle name. Or maybe no name at all with Irony. But anyway, I know that she's going to make a good stand-up comic, but so would my son. I'll love them either way, whether they do it or not. All right, this has been John K. I'll see you around.